Hello, and welcome to High Day Gaming. My name is Warrior, and this is episode 45 of my Let's Play the Banner Saga series. In the last episode, we secured our position in Arberrang with Rook, and found out we couldn't yet interrogate Rugga because he had been beaten silly by... I forgot his name, but the captain of the guard who now works for us, or at least works for Rook under the King's decree. And then after that, we went over to Iver, Ivan, and Juno, and the Ravens inside the darkness. And we came across a few human survivors inside the darkness, which was quite interesting. And we also found out that Juno is up to her usual tricks of controlling people's minds to get her way, not really giving a fuck about what she destroys or what happens as a result of her actions. So, bloody menders, I tell you. Alright. Yes, and here we are. So we just finished the fight. When the quiet comes, it feels unnatural, like being underwater. What happened to these things, anyway? Asked Volker, breaking the silence. The strange woman replies, dredge, human, well, it doesn't matter out here. Not dead, but their minds were gone even before we laid them to rest. That's right, this was the end of the last episode. The charred remains of the warped creatures bubble and fizz in the light and smell horrible. You take the conversation outside the ruined hall as you descend toward the foot of Strand. An unexpected place to find visitors. I was going to say I'd seen stranger, but that would be a lie. I'm Eirik, and this is Valgard. Been here in Strand long before the dredge came. The dredge were trouble enough in Strand without being warped into monsters. I wasn't sure we'd ever be unstuck from this abyss, even with our friend's light. Good that you stayed put. You won't outpace the darkness on foot. We travel into the wind, not away, to undo it. Undo the darkness? How? No mere mender, this. The woman's a walker. But you are not. How did you learn how to weave the light? I've picked up a thing or two on my own. You learn to protect yourself when the menders are trying to kill you. Yeah, fair call. Fucking menders. She's got some pretty crazy skin going there. What do you mean by that? How did you wind up here? Who are you exactly? Who are you exactly? Just a traveller like yourself. I call myself Alfron. Despite our history, I came this way to seek the council in Manahar. I wonder if the remains of it found me instead. You can tell Juno is uncomfortable with the implication, but she remains composed as ever. Ivan less so. Yeah, you should feel uncomfortable, you fucking bitch. I tell you, the fucking nerve of this one. We need to move on. Time is our enemy. Time itself? Then you'll need capable allies. Which? Alfred joined the caravan, cool. I can see it in your face. You wonder, can I trust her? What I'm wondering is why there's so much colour in the air between you and the big lady with the raven shield. You glance at Volker. Ollie's head swivels back and forth between her and Juno. He's not the only one drawing a weapon. You hear Juno clearly in your head. Be ready. Volker shudders, grabbing her head. Where are we? She groans, no longer under Juno's spell. Trapped in the dark with this treacherous witch. Ollie snarls. I knew it, Volker. Her words have been coming out of your mouth since we left Bulwark at the old ford. Volka's face turns red enough to melt snow. She screams and you only barely manage to turn aside her spear. Others are drawing weapons. Respond fast and hard with a show of force. Give me a hand, Juno. Intimidate the ravens. Respond hard and fast with a show of force. You bull rush Volka, knocking her to the ground, and take Ollie in the chin with the butt of your axe. He staggers backward, mouth bloodied. The rest hesitate, but they're trained warriors. They're not quick to back down from a fight. A velveteen dizziness washes over the group. Juno says, if this world is going to survive, everyone is needed. Volka struggles against the weariness. Who gives a flying feign about the world? But she makes no move. Nobody moves. When this is all over, slumps Volka, the ravens will get what's owed. Count on that. Bloody oath. Everybody shut up, hisses Spar. You hear that? Alright. These things just came out of nowhere. We must stand together to survive. Fine, but this conversation isn't over. Yeah, you fucking tell her. Waves combat. The Legion of the Warped often attack in waves. After the first wave, you may fight or flee. Defeat the boss on the final wave to gain a powerful item. Ooh, that's interesting. The number of player turns remaining before a new group of opponents appears. Okay. Interesting. Let's, yeah, we might as well bum rush a couple of these guys. Okay, that's bloody terrible placement, but anyway. Absorbed? Fuck. You gonna absorb too? Bang. Pile of dust. Okay. I feel like I need to step over here. And let's see if we can't get a kill. No, the absorption. I wonder how the absorption works. Because when it came to Volker in the second game, I think it was like her armor, or even the bears in the second game, like the armor was destroyed as absorbed strength hits. Alright, abilities. Troll stones. Impassable shards on an empty tile causes 1 strength damage to adjacents. Let's see what this is. Okay. Alright, well that's something I suppose. Yeah, give it a shot. There we go. Another one down. See if we can't get a kill. Nah, absorbing. What have you got? Run through, Axis Storm. Run through enemies doing armor break damage, then hit the target from behind. Yeah, right. Not as effective as I would have liked, but still did something. That's the main thing. What's your ability? Insult, tale worth telling. Yeah, just get some damage down on him. Right. Let's kill this one. Oh, I probably don't need to do that. Even with the absorption, still got a one-hit kill, which is good. Alright, it's Ivan again. Let's mend. Do a bit of mending of armor. And what's your abilities? Confused. Target enemy is confused. Weaved energy. Target gains 1 will and passes energy on. Okay. When's this big guy go? Alright, let's confuse this guy. Okay, that sort of works. I can get behind that. Volker gets another kill. More purple ashes on the ground. You come up here, just do damage. Right. You come up here. Oh, that's right, chain lightning. Can't use willpower, it's chain lightning instead. You know what, let's just chain lightning. Oh, yeah. Maybe not. Alright. Yeah, try and get a kill. Yeah, alright, that's a good kill. Iver's finally taken some actual health, some actual hits. Just go with 3, yeah, why not? Everyone gets extra willpower because of the scald. Just get a kill there. Alright, now we're down to pillage. The question is, do we just go straight for do we go for another wave? Do we think we got it in us to go for another wave? Maybe if maybe if you we can mend Iver's armor, that might do the trick. And you can heal, can't you? On that weaved energy. Yeah. Rest. Bang. Alright, you may choose to fight for more renown and possibly an item, or flee to save injuries. Oh, and you can reinforce. That's cool. Well, yeah, let's get these. Reinforce. Okay, we gotta have them in the fight. How does this work? Is there no one that I can take out? Alright, well it doesn't look like we can move anyone out of the party. What do we got? You know what, let's just go for it. Red triangles show from which sides of combat the enemies will appear. Alright. Oh, maybe now. Okay, refresh your party with heroes from your roster, then assemble them on the combat board. Alright, so. Yes. Yeah, let's get rid of the useless menders. Let's bring in Krumma and Sigbjorn. Yeah. Let's maybe bring this guy in. Yeah. Alright, and we might as well. Alright, let's try that. This is an interesting mechanic. Oh, okay, there was some guys behind us as well. Okay, there was more behind us than what there is in front of us. That's alright though, because we can move up and try and kill these guys as quick as possible. Too. See, I didn't realise that we'd be sort of cut off around here, so okay, he's getting kind of fucking annihilated here. Is he gonna get? He's gonna get fucking hit now. No, okay. This wasn't what I was expecting. Yeah, let's bring you up. Yeah. Bloody absorption. It's a real fucking pain in the ass, that. Get some willpower. Fucking hell. He moved in fucking quicker than I was expecting him to. And fucking did an almighty hell attack. Right, you better not fucking be absorbing no shit when you got no bloody shield left. Fucking asshole. Yeah, here we go, 15. Oh, that must be the boss. Okay. Iver's in trouble. Let's get rid of as much shield as we can. Iver's gonna get hit. Yeah. Yeah, bang. Can't absorb that fucking shot, can you? Some shield. Bang. Alright, that was a big fucking hit. Okay, so we'll just have to... No pillage. Oh, we would have gone into pillage then. Alright, well, that's an interesting new game mechanic. I can get behind that. Wayright's Amulet. Hidden ways to get from place to place. They must be talking about the underground tunnels. Spar's been injured. Iver's been injured. Ditch has been injured. We get a boatload of morale. Oh, sorry, renown, not morale. The battle ends as abruptly as it began, and that disconcerting quiet falls again. This is a poor place to loiter, Valgard remarks, cleaning ash from his weapon. You look to Juno for some guidance. That wasn't just chance. Maybe all your shouting had something to do with it. No, this was organized, strategic, a little too familiar. Listen, head witch, if you're expecting us to play along, you better start explaining. We go to Ridgehorn. There we'll find a secret path, a shortcut to our destination, which is the place where the darkness began. How about a little more... Hold up. Are you guys expecting anyone? You all see it, off on the horizon. An imposing figure, cloaked in white, leads a legion of the warped. Can't be. Bulwark? We need to get away from here. He was left buried beneath the rubble at Manaha. How is that possible? He was left buried beneath the rubble at Manaha. You did what? Death is less certain than it used to be. How did things get this bad? Where are the other Walker? Ivan and I went to Manaha. Bulwark came for us there with vengeance, destroying any chance we had of cooperating with the other Volker. Bullshit! Absolute lie! Fucking hell. Absolute lie. You'd already fucked up every single person in that place. From where I stood, it looked more like Ivan completely lost his mind. Yeah, that's right, Iver. You fucking actually tell the truth. Juno looks away and returns to her point. Every day, the darkness draws closer to Arberrang. I fear they have no defense against it. Then what are we doing standing here? Ridgehorn's several days away. In good conditions, maybe. I can safely say these are not. If that really is Bulwark, if it is, let him chase us. Oh, it'll keep him away from Arberrang. They've got enough problems as it is. Chapter 18, alas, the sea is still deep and wide. Alright, so we're going back to Arberrang. And yes, the darkness is getting closer. The dredge. That's a fucking lot of dredge. This won't end peacefully, Petrus was his name, says, looking out at the dredge as they squirm, trapped between the outer walls of Arberrang and the darkness. A beast corners is when they're dangerous, or most dangerous. Are we much better off? You wonder aloud. Petrus shakes his head. Not really. There's still bad blood about the refugee situation, and it's more than it seems. Speaking of which, he adds, Rugga's talking. I think it's time you took a crack at him. Not without me, Oddleif says. Even chained to a wall, that man is a threat. And our best hope for maintaining order is the king's safety, Petrus adds. We need that antidote. Go with luck. Alright, 16 renown. I don't think anything has changed. Let's just have a quick look at our heroes. I don't think we don't have any injuries. We've got a couple of level 10s. Yeah. So there ain't nothing to it but to do it, I think. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Rugga's appearance reminds you of a well-used practice dummy. Still, he smiles as you enter the cell alongside Oddleif. You look pleased with yourself, considering you failed. Why shouldn't I be? What was it the king said? I'd never set foot in Arberrang? Now look at me. Is there anywhere safer in the world? Chained to a wall, I wouldn't call this a win. You're really going to pretend this was all part of your master plan? I'm not here to talk about you. I'm not here to talk about you. Hey, is there someone else here? Maybe hiding in the food bowl? Look, it's obvious why they trotted you in here. Save the king from Rugga's nasty poison trick. Curious that the menders can't do it. But before we talk business, do you play Tuffle? I'm familiar with the board game. Enough, Rugga. Just tell me what it will take. Is this going to turn into some trite metaphor? Probably. Not the one you're thinking of, though. The secret to Skak Tuffle is that pawns and kings are just details. It's about being able to see further ahead than your opponent. You know that sinking feeling when you're looking at the table and the game's not over yet? But you know it's over? You've got to just sit there and keep playing? Have you gotten used to it yet? Tough words from someone rotting in a prison cell. Think harder. While I wait safely in this cell, my loyalists gather strength in numbers. They're preparing. Meinholz's life is mine to save. If I let him die, his support crumbles. His control of Arberrang is over. And if he martyrs me, my men run snarling through the streets, wolves amongst your sheep. Who will prevail? I think you'll find us far from sheep. The truth is that not everyone wants to be swaddled and told everything will be fine. My people are not willing to put their lives in the hands of a weak king trying to make sure we all die equally, fairly. See, to them, you're not just wrong, you're the enemy of freedom. Freedom to make their own decisions. Believe this, anything you throw at me will come back to you twice as hard. Is that a threat? Looking at things backwards as usual, Oddleif. It can work for you, if you'll just be reasonable. What are you prepared to do for me? I know what I'm prepared to do for you. Beat him. What do you want? You only do this to take advantage of scared people. Oh, it's definitely tempting to fucking beat him. You only do this to take advantage of scared people. The truth doesn't wash blood from the streets. The whole room suddenly shudders. Screams pierce even the thick walls of the cell, and Oddleif lifts herself up to look out the small prison window. Rook, we need to go, now. At the walls, it's... Bella is back. There's an eyeless. Ho ho! There's certainly a lot more cutscenes in this game so far. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, that's a good place to leave the episode, I think, on a nice little cliffhanger. We've got a good fight coming up, it seems. So, thank you for joining me today, especially if you've made it through to the end. If you liked the video, please like the video. It helps me a lot. And, yeah. Please subscribe if you'd like to see where the story goes with me. And consider leaving a comment. Maybe you want to tell me a joke. I'd like to hear a joke. Tell me a joke. And yeah, hope all of you have a really good day and or night. And never stop loving life.